Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Abigail, the ultimate guru, and with me, as always, is my co-host, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
Hello to all the fine ladies out there in Radio Land. How are you doing?
That was very creepy.
It's not
Other
creepy.
than
They like it. They like it. Those are ladies. Hello, ladies out there in This is Bryden Proctor saying hello to everybody out there in Radio Land.
ladies, can you let me know? Send me DMs, post on Twitter,
Send
and
me
tag
DMs,
me.
ladies.
Let me know. Are you listening for me or for the sultry tones of Bryden Proctor? Who
Yeah.
are you listening to the show for?
Yeah, you a lesbian or do you like it a sauce?
Anyway, other than Bryden's weird, just creepitude.
sauce. They call me
You don't
Bryden the
have.
Sauce Proctor.
It's disgusting.
The sauce.
This is disgusting.
You're
okay?
listening to Here to Help, the sauce.
You don't have to worry about a thing because we are here to help. At least I am.
We're here to sauce you up.
What the hell? I wish everyone could have seen what your face looked like while you said that one.
Why? They
Just-
would have turned off the podcast immediately and just paused it and just there's nothing else they could do. They would just stare all day. They put me in like a frame, like the Kim Jong-il fucking frames in North Korea, and they would have just started building shrines, and they would have been like,
Yeah.
for the sauce, for the sauce.
That's not what would have happened.
It's for the sauce. Listen, the squirters love the sauce. All
Oh
right?
my god. Oh my gosh, I thought you had forgotten. I thought we were in the clear because you hadn't said it in so long.
Good
The only
evening.
one who's gonna get that at this point is Koshka, because she's been going through the backlog and like telling me what she's listening to. And she's like, yeah, I'm listening to this episode where Abby says she's not a lesbian 1,000 times. And she posts this in a group chat with Daisy, my lesbian lover,
Yeah.
as we've been calling her.
Hope you squirters out there enjoy the sauce. All right, this is Tim Bowman, Ocean Breeze.
So I was listening to a podcast and going through the backlog and they had posted like a bonus episode they had done on their Patreon where they did commentary on TV shows, right? And that's how I learned about a show. Only one episode of the 8 recorded and produced were ever released. It's called Heil Honey, I'm Home.
Yep, I seen that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they listened to the whole thing, and it's just so amazing because you've got Hitler. He comes home. He's got a wife. Eva Braun is his wife, and he's just like the curmudgeon husband of a sitcom, and she's like the nagging, annoying wife.
It's British,
And
right?
so they're what?
It was BBC, right?
Yeah, but
Yep.
it was like all American actors and stuff. And it was done in the 90s, but it sounds like it's from like the 70s or something. And it's so bad. Anyway, it's a wacky sitcom, right? They're just doing sitcom things, but also it's Hitler and the neighbors, the annoying neighbors that they had to deal with are the Goldsteins.
I mean, it's a great sketch idea, but it's, I mean, yeah, I can't believe you'd just be like, yeah, this is going to be a hit. We're going to constantly do that. I mean, it's a great sketch.
I love it. I love the idea. I would watch the whole show.
It's not very good. I've seen it, but like, it's a funny sketch idea. But yeah, I mean, the idea that it's going to take off as a sitcom is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The 90s were a great time. Also, I didn't think it was the 90s, was it?
It was like 93 or something.
Let's see. Yeah, 1990.
Yeah. Anyway, I learned about that today and I was just dying laughing. He literally walks in the door and says, Heil, honey, I'm home. And he's just throwing Romans.
Yeah.
He's just throwing Roman salutes randomly.
You can
Like,
you could do that, and it was funny up until like 2012. Probably even later than that before people started getting mad about it. But yeah, it's
it's Obama's fault.
Listen, and it's not because he's black. It's because
No.
he's so liberal. and
Yeah, of
because he's
course.
married to a tranny.
That too. Which
I support Michael. What was fucking Michelle Obama book? I kept laughing about
oh, I'm
this.
not sure.
I saw it like Target or some shit when it came out. Yeah, it's called Becoming. Becoming and
Yeah.
on the fucking book, it's Becoming Michelle Obama, and it's like, oh shit, you finally coming out? We're gonna talk about that story, Becoming
You know,
Michelle Obama.
yeah, what not a good name for the book
Yeah,
considering the rumors. And I don't think she's trans. I think that it's a
that's a
funny
dude.
thing to talk about.
Big Mike is a man. That's a dude.
Maybe. Maybe.
And
But also maybe she just has a lot of testosterone.
nah, Barry's the bottom too. Big Mike's
Oh,
got a
definitely.
big old fucking honker, dude. And like
Dude,
bottom honker, not a big nose. I'm
like
talking about his penis. I'm talking about Michelle Obama's
I
penis.
know you're doing your gay fantasy thing again, and you won't shut up about other men's penises. I know.
So you admit that Michelle Obama's a
Maybe.
dude.
Look, look, the jury's out. My problem though with like a potential president Michelle Obama is not that she's a dude, okay? In fact, that would put, in my opinion, of her a little higher as far as presidential candidates go. My problem is she's not sassy enough. I think we need like a super sassy black woman president
Like Sexy
next.
Red.
Like, yeah,
We
or
should
just
get
like
we should get Sexy
who's
Red to be the president.
just who's that lady? That dang it. Okay, it doesn't matter because I'm never gonna remember it. There's some rapper I'm trying to think of.
It's probably Sexy Red.
No,
My
she's
pussy
like
pink, my booty hole brown.
it's
Take
not who
you
I was
to
thinking of.
Pound
No.
Town or whatever.
But
Yeah.
I'll just say one that I do remember the name of. Nicki Minaj would be fine. Okay, like
Nah,
just
Nicki's washed up, dude. Also, I don't
oh,
think
is
Sexy
she?
Red is even old enough. Nicki Minaj is washed up. She went against the GOAT. Yay. She went against him.
All right.
So, not a
I just
chance.
yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, I wouldn't vote for her.
I wouldn't
I'd be
either.
at the
We should
CNN town hall of Nicki Minaj. I'd be like, candidate Minaj, when you would not allow the GOAT, Kanye West, to release
Yep.
new body on Vultures 1, what was going through your mind when you thought that you were going to hurt not only Kanye, but as a result, all of the American people?
Yeah. Not very patriotic, is it?
It's not.
Nope.
Kanye would be a terrible president, but we should make him like, he should be like the,
Department of Education.
yes.
Just give it
Yes!
to him. Just give it to him.
That would rule.
Well, I would have put. We should put AOC up as president and just force her to wear glue on, like super long glue on nails and like chew gum all the time, and see if that works out for us.
Well, she kind of like spiritually does that every time she's in the
Yeah.
Bronx or whatever. She like pretends.
Well, if she makes those like TikToks where she's sitting there with long nails and eating like I saw her do one where she's eating a chicken nugget, like one tiny strip of chicken at a time. You know how like chicken nuggets kind of shred like
Yeah.
that? Just like one tiny little like string, like she's eating freaking string cheese.
Dude,
Like, what are you doing?
because she doesn't eat chicken nuggets anymore, okay? Like, and you know,
It's like it would have been more normal for her to be sitting there with a knife and a fork
yeah.
eating them. Like,
No,
what are
old
you
old
doing?
Lexi over there, Alexandria Ocasio keyboard. She's the worst. She got pumped up to a Cardi B song the other day trying to
Oh,
campaign.
I
It was
saw that.
hilarious.
That's why I have her on my
Politicians,
mind.
politicians are dorks, dude. They all suck. They're so
I
lame.
would do I would do such a good job.
At what?
At play at whatever she was doing, I could have done it better. Okay.
No, as white as she is, you're way whiter. There's no way you could have done that. I could have
It
done
would
that.
have been
I could have
more
got up.
exaggerated. It would have been funny and charming because I'm even whiter, you know?
No, I could have gone up there in a tube top and I would have been like, let's go blue. And I would have got Democrat votes from that crowd of already Democrat
Oh, yeah.
voters. And then I would have snuck it up on them. I would have been like, psst, by the way, I'll give you an orange soda if you vote for Trump.
It's pretty good. I saw this ad for the Trumpy bear.
What the fuck
you
gay
seen
shit
it?
is that?
It's a bear. It's a teddy bear, the Trumpy bear. But the ad is so cute. It's like, he's there for you when no one else is. The Trumpy bear is here. The Trumpy bear is there. The Trumpy bear is. I mean, I'm just like, what is this?
I hate
For
that.
3 installments of 1999, the Trumpy bear can be yours. And I'm just,
Fuck me,
what?
dude.
What is this?
Like, I'm tired of like driving through rural places in fucking Florida and just seeing like Trump merchandise stands set up and shit. And they were doing this not just campaign year, it's just all year round. It's fucking
Yeah.
weird.
It's weird.
Look, I like Donald Trump
Everything's
as much as
weird.
the next guy. I really do. But that's fucking weird. It's like in like 2022, people were like, time to buy a Trump shirt. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's just fucking weird. I hate it.
I mean-
Everything's gay, dude.
Around where I am, there are like Trump flags and Trump signs out in yards and stuff. There have been since 2015. Like they don't take them down.
Yeah, they're all like
Ever.
ripped up and shit. Like,
Yeah, it's like it's a little like you can't even tell what it says because the sun has bleached it. Like maybe get a new flag, bud.
yeah.
It's not. It's like it says Trump 2016.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. Those people are fucking crazy. I don't know. I got like 3 Make America Great Again hats. I bought those bitches in 2016. All right. And I was like, this rules. I was in LA at the time. So I'm like, this is going to piss people off on top of it. So that's super fun. But I didn't buy shit in 2020. And
Yeah.
then, I think I gave him like $50. I've given him nothing this time.
No, I haven't done anything this time. I used to. In 2016, I made phone calls and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I have not touched it at all.
Well, like if I like a candidate for some bullshit, I'll send him $20 or something like that. That's it. Florida is just already. I don't give a shit. Like I don't. Whatever.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I just don't want to think about politics because it doesn't matter.
Well, tomorrow's
Like we got Trump in. We got Trump in, and look what happened. Nothing good.
He unleashed
Nothing good.
COVID. He
Don't care.
unleashed COVID on us. It's
I'm
his
done.
fault. Damn you, Donald Trump. Well, whatever. I'm still watching the fucking debate tomorrow, so.
Oh yeah, I'm glad there is gonna be one. I feel like there's been like one.
There's been none.
Like how?
Because
I thought there was
it's
like one.
fucking June.
I'm talking about primary debates.
Oh,
Did they not have very many this year? There's usually a bunch, isn't there?
Right. Yeah, Trump didn't show up to
I
those.
usually watch them.
Yeah, they were not worth watching. Trump didn't show up to him, so it was just like DeSantis and what's his face who were like, I'm not gay, and then everybody was like, it's whatever. So, and then they didn't have him for the Democrats because they were like, we don't need him. It's just going to be Biden. So yeah, that's why this year feels a little weird.
Yeah, it just feels like it's not even an election year, honestly.
Yeah. So I don't know. Outside of the fucking yard signs, which if you're gay enough to put up a yard sign, like what are you like? Oh fuck, Todd's voting for Biden. I really like Todd's bowling game, so I guess that'll change my mind. I was thinking I was going to vote for RFK Jr., but I mean, Todd did bowl a 300 2 years ago. I was there for it.
It's pretty impressive.
Like, it gives a flying fuck.
Yeah, I don't do stuff like that. I don't. Okay, let's move on and get into some show content.
MoveOn.org.
We did a lot of bantering in the first part.
Yeah,
It's very
politics.
excited.
Get ready for that as we approach all podcast on every podcast you
No.
listen to.
We're not going to do it much on here. We never do it much. We just get a little excited sometimes. We were talking about Hitler, and somehow that happened.
Yeah, he was a politician.
He was a politician. Good speaker, too,
Yeah, hinkly, crinkly, and all that shit.
All that shit. All right, from r/90s, obsession with feeding children raisins.
What?
You don't remember that? You don't remember growing up as a kid in the 90s being force-fed raisins?
I wouldn't force fed them, but I remember they were always around. There was always like
Just
a treat.
everywhere, right?
Yeah, they had a bunch of raisins with that woman on them, and they came in a red box.
I went to the pediatrician in 1997 or 98 in Nashville, Tennessee.
Great year.
It's great. I distinctly remember him telling my dad to give me and my sister raisins. After that, so many raisins, always in tiny red boxes.
Yeah. With the bitch with the
With the bitch.
yeah, she was on there, and then there was like raisins. We got them at school all the time.
Sun made raisins.
Yeah, sunmaid. That's what it is. She was a sunmaid.
I wasn't forced to eat them, but kind of brainwashed into it. They told me they were delicious.
Those are
They
8
told
raisins.
me.
There's like 8 raisins in those tiny little fucking bullshit boxes. And I never really liked raisins anyway. So I just, but I remember having to pick them out. Like there's always one stuck in the corner. You got to pick it out with your finger.
They're all like glooped together.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know?
they're covered
They
in
melted it
sugar.
all.
I think they're covered in sugar.
No, that's just the natural sugars from the things.
Oh,
from
is
the
it?
Grapes being dried. Grapes have sugar in them.
Sure, but I didn't know that they crystallized on the fucking outside like that.
Yeah, they can.
No, well, I don't know. All right, fine, fuck that. I didn't care for them.
They
And
told
you know what's
me-
worse? Raisin cookies. I like an oatmeal cookie.
Yes.
I like an oatmeal
dude.
cookie, but raisin oatmeal's trash.
That's the thing, is that so my grandmother, okay, my maternal grandmother knew that the best cookie is an oatmeal cookie because they're chewy, right?
Yeah,
But she always made chocolate chip oatmeal cookies.
That's a great
If
one.
I'm going to make the kids, if I'm going to make the grandkids chocolate chip cookies, I'm going to make them oatmeal cookies. So they're a little, healthier, right? And it's chewy, it's delicious. I loved oatmeal cookies. And then I realized very quickly as a child, you only eat grandma's cookies if you see their oatmeal because everywhere else you go, you bite into the cookie thinking, I love oatmeal cookies. They're chewy, they're delicious. Sometimes people put icing on them if they don't have chocolate chips, and that's great too. Like
like
iced
icing.
oatmeal cookies, wonderful. And you bite into it and it's raisins. It's disappointing. It's bad.
Raisins in general are just fucking gross.
It's not good.
Except for California raisins. They're pretty cool. I like them.
Are
They
they?
sang and they like had sunglasses and shit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they were pretty cool. They were
Raisins?
they were like a cartoon mascot for raisins.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The California raisins.
I thought I couldn't tell if we were talking about like a band or raisins
They
or
were.
what this was.
They were a band.
Okay. Like Alvin and the Chipmunks are a band.
Yeah, in that same vein, probably in that same
Yeah.
universe, but they were just, I don't know if they were real small. I don't remember the crowds. I don't know if they were real small or real big, like life-size raisins, which then they'd just be like plums, I'd think, right? But, they were cool. And then one of them played the saxophone. They all wore sunglasses and they sang blues songs. And then people later tried to say that it was racist.
Everything's racist.
Yeah, but I don't think it was. I think they were just raisins.
Yeah, I mean maybe what if they're black?
Well, what other fucking color are they supposed to be?
I don't know.
They're raisins.
Why would that be racist to make the raisins black?
But they did sing like jazz blues songs.
Well, why would you have a white raisin singing that?
Golden raisins also were a thing. I think they're still around.
Yeah. I know, but like if we're talking like jazz and blues, like that's got to be black people, right?
I mean, I think they're black songs.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, would it be racist then if they like had like a golden raisin up there singing David Bowie songs? Like that'd be weird.
Would it? I don't think so.
I don't want to see a golden raisin.
Okay. Now you're racist.
No, I just I wouldn't let the golden raisin into the club. I'd just be like, listen, this isn't the type of music for you, buddy.
It's
Get
the
out of
wrong
here.
neighborhood,
Yeah.
buddy.
I wouldn't care for it, because it'd be weird as a drawing.
All right. They told me they were delicious. They told me I loved raisins. Always had. I'm not sure anyone really likes raisins. They
Nope.
must be lying. Raisins are weird and nasty.
Well,
My
raisins is
parents-
like Great Depression bullshit when they were like, we don't have any goddamn candy. We'll make some candy by putting a bunch of grapes in the sun.
No, I think what it was, honestly, is there was this weird thing going on where it was like We're going to put salads on the McDonald's menu.
Sure.
You know, like kids like little snacks, little treats. We have to make them healthier. It was the start of that. Now you go to the bakery and you can get like sugar-free, gluten-free cupcakes or whatever the hell, which is
Well,
weird,
the gluten
gross.
the gluten free stuff makes sense. Uh,
Well, that's like an allergy thing,
yeah,
but you know what I mean. Like the hell, like there's flaxseed in the cupcakes, and it's like, yeah, and it's also $10 instead of 5.
yeah. No, there should still be regular ass fucking normal good tasting gluten shit for everybody else without
Yeah,
celiac disease. But also if you got celiac, you shouldn't be going to anywhere and getting baked goods, even if it says it's
yeah,
gluten
I
free.
wouldn't trust it
Fuck
at
no.
all.
Good
Like,
God,
oh
no.
my gosh, I have a friend that has it, or like not like it's gonna kill her, but like she needs to go to the hospital basically if
Yeah.
she has like more than just like trace amounts that can come with like using the same pan. Like if it's in the food, she's screwed basically. And I've gone out to eat with her a couple times, and it just seems so miserable.
Oh
And the
yeah.
waiter gets all frustrated because she's just like, look, I'm sorry, I know this is a pain, but I really need to know what is the ingredient list for the sauce. You should have it back there somewhere. I just need to double check. And he goes back and he's like, they won't give it to me. And he has to go back. It's this whole ordeal. And she has to do that every time she goes out to eat. It's horrible.
It can get real bad. Like, long time ago, I met a girl. It was like my ex-wife's friend, but this is before we were married. All of this. We went out to eat, and she ate a pickle that was touching a piece of bread, and
Mm.
broke out in fucking hives that night.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Like it's fucking brutal, and then you can get like you can't like breathe and all that shit.
Hmm.
Really odd shit. Um, but it's fucking lame for people with celiac disease that gluten free is like a trend. So it's like people are like, "Is there gluten in that?" And they're like, "Yeah, no, there's not. Whatever." And then you get people who are
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"If I look at a piece of bread, I'm gonna die."
It's the same thing with anything. Like it's like that for all allergies. People won't take your nut allergy seriously. Like when I was growing up, my grandma had a nut allergy. A peanut allergy specifically. And it was weird because she had almond butter at her house. No one had almond butter at the time. Like this is the
Hmm.
late 90s. That was not like just a thing in people's pantries.
That
Like
was
this was
rich people
before
shit.
like anyone had Nutella or like
Yeah.
it was it stuck in my mind because she would get these horrible migraines where she'd get like tunnel vision and bright spots and she couldn't get out of bed for like 24 hours if she had peanuts, and people would take it seriously. I remember people taking it seriously because it's like, oh wow, this person has like a really bad allergy. Now, everyone claims they have allergies so that they don't have to eat something they don't like, and like just little trendy things and like yeah, I can't
I
imagine
just tell
having to
motherfucker
navigate that.
I just tell motherfuckers I don't like that. That's why
Yeah.
I'm asking you to remove it from the thing or tell me if it's in it. I don't want onions. All right?
Yeah.
I don't want them. So that's why. I don't lie. I was at the Publix getting some roast beef and I got it shaved cuz that's the way that I like it for my French dips, soggy subs as I call them.
Hmm.
And the guy asked, he was like, "So is this like for a dog?" And I was like, "No, that's weird. Why?" And he goes, "Because people come in and they get it shaved and they say it's for a dog." And I'm like, "No, it's not for a dog. I just like it like that. I know it's a pain in the ass." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. Thanks for telling me."
Yeah.
Because I guess people were like, they don't want, I want a pound of roast beef shaved. That's going to take them 5 minutes, you know,
Yeah.
and they hate that. And I hate that for them.
But it's great, the
But
texture of it.
that's the way I like it. And I'm
Yeah.
paying, $16 for a pound of roast beef. That's the way that I want it.
Yeah.
And okay. Uh, but I don't know why you'd be like, oh, it's for a dog, as if dogs don't eat entire animals.
I don't know. People are just either embarrassed or manipulative depending, because I have heard of people lying about it just to make sure it happens for them, like convenience. With the allergy stuff, like I need it without this because I'm deathly allergic. You tell a restaurant that they have to do a lot back then,
Yeah,
like
that's
it's an
bullshit.
ordeal. You cannot. It's so they get annoyed with it. And it's got to the point where, yeah, I ask for no onions. I don't say I have an allergy. I don't say shit. I say, please don't put onions on this half of the pizza. And one time they put like twice as many. Like I've been there before and didn't ask for no onions, and it was half as much onions as when I asked for no onions. Like they're just bitches now. They're just spiteful because they're
Well,
tired of dealing with everyone's shit and
well,
lies.
see, because like I mean, I'm very polite, and I'm gonna put a stop to that. But I'm very polite to all these fucking people, and I will like if I see something that has onions on it, I'd be like, maybe I just won't order that because like, or if it comes with onions, I'll try to pick them out. You know, I'm not gonna cause a
Yeah,
fuss. You know, but when
it
it comes
really
to
just depends.
like why, like if I'm asked point blank, then yeah, I just like it because I didn't think that people thought that thing. But I will just eat the goddamn onions if they bring it to me, and
Well,
then I'll still tip really well. And Erica will sit there and be like, "What the fuck?" And then maybe she'll say something, but her and I can't go to movie theaters together because she's always yelling at people.
oh, she yells at people
No,
for talking or
she doesn't
something.
yell at people, but she's like, she'll be like, "Hey, you guys are talking," and I'm just like, "It's not that big of a deal," you know.
The thing I've learned with children is that the more you yell at someone to stop doing something, the worse the noise is, right? Like my kids will be yelling at one of them, like, "Hey, you're being too loud. Be quiet." And they're being just as loud, so now it's twice as noisy. You know what I mean?
I don't know. They always shut up, but it's like, now I can't enjoy the movie. I'm just filled with a bunch of anxiety. I just like I want to lean over and be like, "Hey guys, I'm sorry," but then Erica's gonna yell at me, so I'm just sitting there going like, "When can we leave? I have to
I'm
pee."
sorry.
And it's like I don't like going to the deli counter either, because I'm just like now I'm just worried they're gonna be like inconvenienced by doing their fucking job.
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing their freaking job. They're supposed to take the onions off if you ask for no onions. Like that's the thing for me is that some of my favorite things always have onions on them. Barbecue pizza, my favorite. Barbecue chicken pizza is
Always
my
says red
favorite. You
onion.
cannot get it without red onions. And most places, the red onions are not on top. If they were on top, I could pick them off. It's fine. I just don't want to bite into the onion,
I hate
right?
it. Yeah,
But they put it under the cheese.
yeah.
They put it on. You cannot remove it.
Well, a lot of them they poke out, but yeah, you always get the ones underneath there. I don't like it because they
It's
put it on.
disgusting. And it's not just that I dislike them, it's that I dislike them so much that I'm like a child. I will gag. Like it's the only food that does that to me. But an onion that's not like caramelized, right? It's not
Yeah.
like super fully cooked. If I bite into it,
Oh, if it's
I
real
might throw
long,
up on the table.
even if it's caramelized, if
Oh,
it's real long, I don't like it.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
all like weird and stringy.
Mm-mm. But
Okay.
an onion ring, I would just munch onion rings all day.
Yeah, I don't like onion
I like
rings.
onion rings. I like them. Erica hates that. I
It's
like
good to have
onion rings.
exceptions.
I love Funyuns. I like onion powder. I
Well,
don't like
Funyuns and
onion.
I love onion powder. It's literally just biting into the onion.
Yeah.
Like I put onion powder in shit tons of things.
Have
I'll
you?
I'll caramelize onions before I put them in something to make sure they're fully cooked
I
and
I
eat onions.
I legitimately think we did a whole episode on
Oh
this.
yeah, yeah, I'm sorry.
Like,
Yeah, we
yeah.
can't. We need to stop talking about onions. We can't do this. Okay, I'm trying to. I had it in my head when we were about to start this episode. I was like, I'm gonna keep us on track. We're gonna do
Keep us on
stories.
track. Also,
Koshka,
do
give
your
us a good
roots, bit.
review.
Do your
Okay,
roots,
look, my
bitch.
roots are fine. Look, I'm trying my
Like
best.
my roots are
Okay.
all fucked up. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
it's a
Yours are
style.
worse.
No, it's a
Okay.
style, dude.
Maybe mine's a style.
It's not a style.
Maybe I dye my roots
That would be
for
insane
the
to do.
style.
Nobody does that.
Nobody does that. It's a Sweet Life of Zach and Cody reference. Someone tells Maddie that she's obviously a
Do
fake
the
blonde, and
show.
she goes, I dye my roots, which is a retarded thing to. Okay.
What?
My parents deny ever starting me on a raisin heavy diet because of this doctor, but I remember it. I was there. I was a kid, not a baby. I know what they were talking about. After a while, I realized what was going on. I was about 12 when I woke up and realized I didn't have to eat raisins.
Well, I mean, how old are you now? Nobody says you have to eat fucking raisins. I used to fucking when I was a child, I had to eventually, and I felt bad. I felt like I had broken something that my parents really enjoyed. My mother would always get me maraschino cherries for Christmas. The
Hmm.
chocolate covered cherries,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I used
me
to
too.
love those. And then after a while, I had to be like, hey,
Hmm.
I don't like those anymore.
You're so brave because my uncle, for as long as I can remember, gets me like 4 boxes for Christmas. There's there's 4 boxes in my closet from this past Christmas.
Dude,
I never stopped it. I haven't liked them for like 15 years.
say something.
It's just they're literally.
Say something. And you know what? Since we're kind of, I think we've got very similar taste buds. You know what you would love?
What?
Coconut bonbons.
Oh, baby, yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I've got those in there too. I eat those
Those are great.
though.
Those are great. They got the different colors. They got like the
Yeah.
pink and the, yeah.
I've got a lot of problems with Christmas actually right now because also I lost more weight this past year, right? And my mother-in-law still buys me the same size clothes and she's buying me like nice stuff. And it's like, do I like she's very sensitive,
She
but I
knows you're going to
have to
gain it
tell
back, dude.
her
She knows you're
I
going to gain
can't.
it back.
It's been like 2 years. I'm not gonna gain it
Give
back.
it
It's been
time.
like 2 years.
Give it
I
time.
lost the baby unless I have another baby, because the only time I've ever gained weight like that was during
Also, wait,
pregnancies,
wait, wait,
and then
wait.
it what?
Finish your sentence because you did just on record say, I lost the baby. So
I
you meant
lost
to
the
say the
baby weight.
baby
The
weight.
baby weight. I lost the baby weight. I didn't lose any babies, not mine
Okay.
anyway.
I just didn't want, there's a lot of investigators out there. I don't want people to
It's,
think,
it's one way to lose weight.
yeah, that's, yeah, it was really weird. It was the youngest one who's like fucking a toddler. So just lost him, just
Yeah.
gone. Uh, but
But no, I'm not gonna gain the weight back at this point. It's been like 2 years. I only gained weight during pregnancies. I don't plan on having any more of those.
oh, really? How many of the ones that you've had were planned?
2 out of the 3.
There you go. So
The
probably
third
even
was
it
only
out.
planned by me, I guess. I realized after the fact because my husband looks at the pregnancy test and goes, "What the fuck is this? How did this happen?" I said, "What? What do you mean?
Wait, what do you mean? How does this happen? Why is he was there?
He was there. If we weren't trying not to." Like I thought we were on the same page because we weren't trying not It's just like, what the fuck? How did this happen? Like I didn't want to I was like, what?
This is a
Do we need
real
to have a high school health class? like what do we need to
this
do
is a
here?
this is a real standing in the kitchen. Where do we keep the saute moment? He's like, what? I thought after 2 it got plugged up. You could just come anywhere.
No, that happens, honey. The whole time I was all sad every month that I had a negative test because I thought we were trying. And so I wrapped it, I put it in a box. Like I taped it to the bottom of a really big box. And I put like rocks in there for weight so you could tell what it was. And I wrapped it, put a big old bow on the top, and he opens it. And he's just like, what the fuck? Like,
That's rough. So like at the end of it, he was just like, Dad, thank you. Cool.
yeah.
That's great. So you're saying I owe a shit ton of money for the next 18 years. And that whole
Yeah.
pussy getting time we had, that I thought things were turning around, that's over.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, he
You're
cheered up.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Bad news.
Yeah. That didn't go how I thought it would.
Well, at least he got his son finally, though.
I was about to say his attitude turned around because I got the early blood test. You can find out super duper early what the gender is through blood.
No
Yeah.
fucking shit. Really? Okay. Finish that story and then tell me how that works.
Yeah. So there's Mark. Well, anyway, uh, found out it was a boy at like 10 weeks, and he was excited then and had a name immediately and stuff. So that was, you know, but yeah. But no, there's markers in your blood that tests for certain hormones. Because, like, when you are having a boy, they contribute to your hormone cycle, right? So the composition is going to be different
That
in
makes
your blood,
sense.
so you could tell at like 10 weeks. Otherwise you have to wait until they can kind of try to find it on the ultrasound somewhere between like 15 and 20
That's how I thought
weeks.
they still did it, because they give you a blob, which I know now they don't look like a
Hmm.
blob anymore. Because like I've seen like my ultrasound pictures, and it's just like my mom would be like, "Look, and there's you," and I'm like, "That's
Hmm.
gray. I'm not a gray alien. I don't know what the fuck that is." And then
Yeah.
eventually it starts to look baby like, and because they put the jelly on the mom's belly, and then
Hmm.
they do the whole thing. And I have a real kindergarten understanding of all childbirth, but
Yeah, I've noticed.
yeah, like now, well, I mean, I'm not, I was
Not an
born, and
expert.
yeah, I was born, and that was the end of it. Uh,
You don't remember yourself being bored, like what's his face?
oh shit, yeah, what's his name? Terrence
Yes.
Howard, yeah,
Yes. I
Terrence
think we
Howard.
already talked about that. We just blow past that.
Terrence Howard fucking rules. I've never. How do you bullshit so hard? Also, he's in a movie. I might have said this already. He was in a movie where he was naked. Dude's got a tiny dick and confidently walks out. Terrence Howard's kind of the man. He's the
Good for
most
him.
delusional schizophrenic man in Hollywood. He rules, and he's like, and
I'm
also
proud of him.
1 × 1 = 4 or some shit like that.
Two
Two.
equals two. And I saw some woman that she like was trying to argue with me on Twitter, and I go to her page, and I was going through her replies to other people,
Howardologist, dude.
and she was making that argument. I was like, what the where did this why is this everywhere now? Like, why are people like,
It's been
she was
around.
going hard, like she believed it, and I was just
It's been around.
flabbergasted.
It's been around. It's one of the best things. I spent a lot of time in
Yeah.
conspiracy places. But it fucking rules. It's like it's a tiny pecker, dude. And like he walks out in the scene I can't even remember the movie. Walks out confidently as fuck.
Yeah.
So
Well, good for him.
I mean,
That's what you should do.
it's really not. I wouldn't sign up for that. Like I got a bigger pecker than Terrence Howard, and if people were like, "We need you to do a nude scene," I'm like, "Does it contribute to the story?" They're like, "No," and I'd be like, "Give me a prosthetic, then. Give me something like you know, maybe look like
So
fucking
you
Shaq."
only want the prosthetic if it does not contribute to the.
Well, yeah, if they're gonna make me do it, like then it might as. I mean, I'm not gonna just sit there and just like now everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's like if it doesn't contribute to the story, and they're making me do it, prosthetic, dude. I want to drag the floor. I want to be like a
Okay. Yeah.
fucking
Let's.
Wonder Bread.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
Okay. Moving
freakishly
on.
big,
That's just weird.
like John Cena's arm.
Yeah. That's not. So raisins.
Fucking
Raisins.
baby's
I
arm clutching
remember.
an apple.
I remember this raisin thing, okay? Because they were everywhere. It was in your lunch, it was at school, they were everywhere. Like you went to a kid's birthday party, there were boxes of raisins for all the
Yeah.
children to snack on. And there must have been some sort of like raisins are super healthy, they're better for your kid than any other snack push, right?
It was probably just because they were cheap and considered a fruit by the government.
Yeah.
And like
Poor
if you
people
look at
food.
yeah, I mean we got the slop. Uh, that had to have been what it is. Like the
Yeah.
big one that people fucking make fun of is the Michelle Obama pizza is a vegetable thing. But this was long before that. There were raisins everywhere. They're super fucking cheap. You can give them to kids. Kids don't really need that much. Uh, you give them a little box of raisins, and it's like
Mhm.
they just need that sugar in them anyway because that's all they really want. So it's either that or a fucking Reese's, and they're gonna be bouncing off the walls. You can't have that. Just give them some box of
Man.
raisins. I'm still on board with children eating raisins, but
Yeah, it's fine.
as an adult, I'm not fucking eating raisins. I'm a
Don't want
grown up,
any.
dude.
No, and I just decided because of this story, we're gonna go get some oats. We're gonna make oatmeal chocolate chip cookies tomorrow.
Why don't you just make
That's what we're
regular?
gonna do.
Why don't you just make regular oatmeal cookies? They're good enough on their own.
Cause I want chocolate chips in them.
You could give them to your children. You're pumping them full of that goddamn sugar.
Yeah.
Then don't complain when they, they punch a hole in the wall. So,
You sound like my uncle.
what? Just give them a oatmeal cookie.
Being a mom is anytime you have like you're on the phone with a relative who's older than you and knew you when you were a kid, like that kind of thing, like an
Mm.
uncle, an aunt, grandma, cousin that's older, whatever. And they're like, "Oh yeah, how's it going? Are the kids giving you a hard time?" You're like, "Yeah, well, this is what happened today." They're so freaking smug. They're always so just oh yeah, you know who else used to be like that?
Yeah, you
You
were.
know why this is happening to you now? Like they're just giddy. They're so
It's
excited. Like they're
funny.
getting their vengeance right now. And it's not helpful.
Well,
Not at all helpful. And like I was a child, you know?
and when
And
you,
I didn't know any better, but my little shits, they know better, right? Because
yeah,
I taught them.
nah, when they grow up and have children of their own, you're gonna be a fucking cunt about it too.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be the biggest cunt in the world. I don't ever say that word. That came out really weird. That felt very straight. I don't think I cannot remember if I've said that word before.
Cunt. I say it a lot. I say all the words.
I
Some
just
of
don't
them.
like it. It's a nasty, sexist word.
Okay, cunt. That's no. All the words roll off the tongue for me. I don't think that they're any worse than fuck or motherfucker or shit or damn. They're all the same. They emphasize a point. The real words are the stuff that lead up to you saying that. It's just a
That's true.
nice little icing on your fucking
You're right.
sentence. Of course I'm right.
You're s- you're a little smart sometimes.
Yeah, I'm
My
a
advice
genius.
to the raisin guy though is your parents are gaslighting you. They know what they did. They purposely made you eat the raisins. Like they gaslighted you and they convinced you that you liked them so that you would eat it. And I know that because I do that every single day of my life.
You like
Like, no,
oranges.
honey. No, honey. You really enjoy this, okay? I'm telling you.
Kids are stupid.
You love this. It's the best thing. Last week, you told me this is the best thing you ever tasted in your life. Like, yeah, that's your parents are liars.
Okay, my advice is just don't eat raisins if you don't want to, man. Like I kind of want some raisins now. I'd eat a
Yeah,
raisin. I eat a handful.
I don't.
Oh, like a tiny box. I'd eat a handful of raisins. They're chewy. It's nice. It gives you enough little sugar in your body to keep you going. You know what's better than raisins? Cashews. I got a bunch of
Yeah,
cashews. I'll eat
cashews are
cashews.
great. You know what I really like actually though, and I don't know anyone else who likes them as much as me or ever buys them to eat them. Prunes.
I'm
It's
not
just
a prune guy.
I love plums and figs are my favorite fruit, and prunes are just dried plums. They're delicious. They're
Nah,
wonderful. They're
nah.
so good.
I,
That's what makes Dr. Pepper good, is what I was told growing up. I don't know if this is true, but there's prune juice in the Dr. Pepper.
that wouldn't surprise me. And Dr.
It's
Pepper's
part
pretty
of the
good.
recipe.
Diet Dr. Pepper tastes just like regular Dr. Pepper.
I like Dr. Pepper Zero. Dr. Pepper 10 was better.
That
It's
was
gone
just
now.
for boys.
Yeah, it was too extreme for girls, but I would sneak it. I
Um.
would sneak it.
Okay, this doesn't tell me. It just says a bunch of bullshit. But
Yeah, they're not going to tell you their secret recipe.
what are the 23 flavors of Dr. Pepper? Fruit. Okay, they got blackberry, cherry, lemon, orange, plum. Plum, you're right, it's in there.
Yeah.
Raspberry, tomato for some reason. Anise, cardamom, coriander, juniper, ginger, molasses, nutmeg, pepper, sarsaparilla, and then caramel and high fructose corn syrup.
That sounds delicious.
Well, it's Dr. Pepper. It's pretty good.
Let's move on to another story now.
All right, 44 minutes in.
You're the problem. Do you
Yeah.
understand that you're the problem?
Yeah, I mean, the first story sucked. Raisin story, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Give me something about
Well,
somebody who's like, my butt fell out. That's funny.
well, maybe not this next one. This one has nothing to do with butts
Yeah, it's
popping
just a
out.
guy talking about raisins again.
It's not.
That story sucks.
I'm sorry, okay? It's gonna be okay. I did see this though. There's a bumper sticker I saw that said, "If you honk at me, I will kill myself." And I really want it, and I just came across that.
Oh,
Go through with
I honk at that guy a lot. I wish I
you
could.
talk, yeah,
I wish I could
just
just like
honk.
in traffic. I'll just run by and put that on people's fucking things. People with the. I was driving home today. And people were fucking not the best drivers, and it sends me into a tizzy. I get very upset by that.
No, they make me mad. I almost die all the time. And you know what else I noticed actually? Okay, let me talk about this for a second. Because I think that the city is trying to drive me insane. Twice in 2 weeks, I've been stuck in stopped and stop and go traffic, like 20 minutes to go about a mile and a half, 2 miles, right? Because a lane is closed and people are trying to zipper merge. It's a mess,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the lane is closed right where the the feeder is coming onto the highway. So it's 3 lanes trying to
Feeder,
get into one lane.
the
The whatever the
the on
freaking
ramp.
on ramp, yes,
All right,
the on ramp.
I've just never
Okay,
heard it called that.
I'm probably doxing myself there.
Mm-hmm.
That's I never know. But anyway, the so it's 3 lanes trying to get into one, right? This has happened to me twice in 2 weeks. 20 minutes to go 2 miles. I'm timing it because I'm trying to get somewhere, right? Okay, I was trying to get to the same place both times. Actually, it was super late. Okay, and you get up to where the lane is closed. It's closed for 30, 50 feet, maybe. There's no pothole, there's no workers anywhere. There's just a giant sign with the arrow that says lane closed with cones for 50 feet. There's no road work, there's no debris, there was no crash. There's no reason for it to be closed for only 50 feet at the least convenient spot, dropping twice in 2 weeks.
It's just a cool
Why?
prank. It's just a cool prank.
Why is this happening to me?
Somebody, that's a great idea. If you just like own a cone and sign company, to just go
It's
and
the
do
big
that.
electric signs that the city owns. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, civilians can have those too.
I mean, yeah, technically, in theory, but like,
Because I would like the second sign to be like, it just, the first LED sign is like lane closed 50 feet. And at the end, it just says LOL. You know?
I wish it did. I wish it did, because at least then I would know that there's a purpose. It was supposed to make me mad, and that's funny to you. You're getting joy from making me mad.
That would rule.
There's a reason for me being angry right now. That's something. Now I have someone, even if I don't know who it is, a figure in my mind to be pissed at. I have somewhere to direct my anger, but as it is, I don't know why. I don't understand
It's
what's
li-
wrong with the road.
it's literally they're probably doing like construction underneath it, or there's concrete
No, they're
drying
not.
or something like that.
No, there's literally nothing. There's no evidence of any of that. There's no like difference in the painted lines that show that there's been any concrete work, and
Well. Look,
there's no
hey,
work to be done
look,
because it's pristine.
look. When you're really good at what you do, sometimes people don't know you've done anything at all.
No, because paint fades in the sunlight, and the sun is beating down on these roads all day, every day. It fades quickly. If there was new paint there, I would be able to tell the difference. It would be a bolder color. I have seen fresh new paint on the highways. I know what it looks like, Bryden.
I don't know. I just want to talk about Futurama. I wanted to reference that. It was a good one.
Okay.
Remember when Bender was God? This is a good episode.
When
I'm
he
gonna
was
watch that
God.
tonight. Yeah, because he had a civilization on his stomach or whatever. And he was floating through space, and then he actually met God. And then at the end, it was honestly a lot of Futurama was like pretty insightful. Uh, I mean, not really, but like it was like a neat thing. Like it was deeper than The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Um, and it was like something. Sometimes God at the end, it goes. Sometimes when you've done things right, people don't know if you've done anything at all. And it's like, whoa, that's pretty good. I like that. This
Sure.
is God, and it was
Yeah, but I
maybe
don't think
God.
that's what's happening here.
No, I think God closed that down because you shouldn't have been there. wherever you're going. You're wasting time. You should have been doing
I
the
shouldn't be.
podcast.
Okay, just constantly doing this podcast is what this is my ministry. Is that what you're telling
We should
me?
move to 5 nights a week.
Who's gonna cook dinner for my poor family? This is dinner
That
time. Right now is dinner time. You
that
realize that I skip cooking dinner for my family every Wednesday night. I have to cook it early and make them have to reheat it while I'm hiding in here.
no. As soon as your husband can find the saute in the spice cabinet, then
Dude.
they can make dinner.
Oh my gosh. He brought home fish. Okay. We're not getting to the stories. We're just not. I'm sorry. Okay. He went fishing. He went on a fishing trip and he
Yeah.
brings back all this fish and he's like, we're gonna fry the fish tonight. And I'm like,
We've talked about
honey,
this on the show.
we don't no, this is a new one.
Oh.
This is another
Oh, okay.
this is a regular occurrence, right? But he wants to do it at our house and I think he expected me to fry the fish, but I didn't. I got it all cut up and deboned and put it in the milk to marinate. And I was like, honey, you're the fish fryer. You're gonna fry the fish, right? And I'm watching the food safety understanding that this man has. I don't know if he realizes I can't like soak and wash my meat thermometer. It's battery powered. Like I
Okay.
can't submerge that in water, right?
Why did you get
So
it? That's fine.
he was checking the temperature of every single fish nugget as he pulled it out, and I didn't say anything about it. I was like, look, he's being extra safe. That's good. But he wasn't like washing his hands before he picked up utensils or anything. So everything is coated in the batter.
Fish, yeah.
And so there's like raw fish batter just caked all over my meat thermometer after, and like I'm just watching him. I'm like, he's gonna touch that. Yeah, he did. Okay, I'm gonna have to wipe that down. Like okay, he touched like
Eh.
oh my god, how do men not die? How do men who
Men
cook
are the
for
best chefs
themselves
on the.
not die?
First of all, our immune systems are better, and secondly,
Yeah.
like I used to cook professionally. I haven't done that shit for well over a decade. Erica gets mad at me anytime I cook anything, but it's mainly because I use a shit ton of dishes anytime I fucking cook.
Oh, I'm
'Cause-
bad about that. But at least I'm the one that cleans it up, so who cares? But
Oh, I'm not. Um,
nobody there was one so we some households have a rule that the cook doesn't clean, right? The cook doesn't do dishes or clean the kitchen after.
I never
And
asked
so
anybody at Wendy's to clean the shit that they fucking cooked with. I assume that they do.
yeah, that's
I go to the
yeah.
Wawa. Like, look, no, I don't do that shit. I would eat at Wawa and Domino's every single fucking night because it costs the same.
Okay.
Costs the same.
That's I don't know what that has to do. Okay. I don't even know how we got off on a tangent of a tangent of a tangent of a tangent here, but the point is,
We should do at least
okay,
one short story.
we should do a story.
But go ahead. What was your point?
No, that doesn't matter. There's no point. There's no point to any of this.
That's true. There's no point to anything, actually. Abby, episode title, Abby accepts the non-existence of God.
My husband grounded me from the UFO Hunter Ancient Aliens channel. There's a Roku channel called like Ancient Aliens or something. Or no, it's the Unexplained Zone. It's got Ancient Aliens and UFO Hunters and like all this cool stuff, right? And I was trying to explain to him that so Oppenheimer and Einstein
Mm-hmm.
together,
Manhattan
they got
Project.
together and they wrote up a plan on how to speak to aliens when the aliens made contact, like how to
Okay.
handle it kind of situation, right? And then Oppenheimer goes on to make this nuclear bomb and Einstein comes up with relativity. Like these are big ideas that could have come from aliens, right? That's just an idea I was throwing around and I'm explaining this
Well,
to my
that's
husband.
kind of what happened, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, like they got it from
For fucking aliens.
Einstein doesn't come up with fucking relativity on his own, and Oppenheimer splitting an atom. Come on.
No, not unless they're
Yeah.
splitting an atom between them, like two hobos splitting a beam.
Exactly. So true.
Einstein didn't
So
even change clothes.
it's not a coincidence. Yeah, he had like Asperger's or
Neither
something.
one of those nerds got pussy. You gonna tell me?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, splitting atoms is like cool bad boy stuff. Relativity is pretty nerdy.
Splitting
Although
atoms is not.
some people say Einstein stole relativity from his wife, but his wife, that's true because his wife is an alien.
I think that
Okay?
sounds right. Hold on, let me take a look at
Right?
her. She probably looks alien-like. Let's see. Einstein's Jewish wife.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. I don't know why that would hit me so hard.
because I'm fucking hilarious. Oh,
It
that's
makes my
a
drink too
that
strong.
that's definitely a fucking alien. She looks weird as
Right?
shit.
She gave him relativity, and she probably gave Oppenheimer the splitting atom idea
Look
too,
at
right?
how fucking
So
weird this bitch is.
post it in the thingy.
Oh, this is like you tell me her stare. She's like, eh. That's an alien,
No,
dude.
she's an alien.
That's a mind
For sure.
controlling alien. I guess
Absolutely.
his mom just kind of looks like him. Actually, it's honestly adorable. I said it, a hell of a mustache.
He did. He was pretty cool.
Check out his mom though. This is like adorable. I don't know why this hit me like this.
If you post just a picture of Einstein, I'm
No,
gonna
I'm not.
die.
Well, it basically is. I guess like
Oh
that's
wow.
his mom. That
He
like
does look just like his
he looks
mama.
just
That's
like his
cute.
mom. It's
I
adorable.
bet she was proud of that. But yeah, so I'm trying to explain this to my husband, and he just looks at me, and he doesn't. He's like just like stone cold, just still expression. And he says,
Glass broke
"You're
and he was
grounded."
like, you're
He said, "No." He
grounded.
said, "He said." You're grounded. You're not allowed to watch Ancient Aliens anymore. I was like, honey, I didn't learn that from Ancient Aliens. First of all, you're gonna have to take away my brain, okay? But apparently, I'm grounded from Ancient Aliens and UFO hunters and the unexplained zone right now.
Well, I mean, you're gonna sneak a copy under your bed at night. I'm sure. I mean, there's no
Got
fucking
Chariot of the Gods in every room
dude.
behind the walls. Got the drywall.
Yeah,
I saw this coming.
I've been trying to fucking just catch up on a backlog. I've been watching the Y Files every morning before work, just like old backlog.
Ooh.
The Y Files is great. That guy's good.
The
He's got
Y files?
yeah. You don't know about the Y Files? You'd love it. He makes great videos, and they're not exactly funny, but he does have this little goldfish character that's a hecklefish, and he like runs
Oh.
through stuff, like Black Pyramid and like all of that stuff. It's neat. He just
That
does
sounds
conspiracy
fun.
shit. But like, what's great about him is like he does the whole story, and I guess in the newest videos they've started using like AI to kind of make the video part of it. I just listen to it for the most part, but the great part about him is at the end he's like, okay, so here's what can be totally fucking ruled out and debunked.
Hmm.
This is what's trash, but here's what we don't know about. And hey,
Yeah.
so he's pretty good. It's better than Ancient Aliens because Ancient Aliens is just like it's fucking aliens. That's it. The Y Files, dude.
Well, the thing with an Ancient Aliens that I really enjoy is that, basically, because it's like a history lesson. Like, we're talking about history. We are interested in archaeology. We're interested in anthropology. We're interested in all this stuff, right? And then at the end of this education that they give you, at the end of the sentence is always, because it's aliens. And the aliens are coming. But it's like, it's just sudden, right? It's facts all the way through, and then suddenly it was aliens. Like, that's why it's so good, because you
No,
can't refute what they're saying until they say those few words.
this
Like,
is no. Listen, there are serious paranormal, extraterrestrial, and supernatural intrigued people like myself. And then there's the half-ass job that you're doing, okay? Because we watch different videos on the internet.
yeah, well, I'm doing a great job, okay? Because I'm obviously doing a bad job, actually, because I'm grounded. So I don't know. Like, if only I had explained it better. I don't know. But we're going to talk about Flat Earth on the bonus episode this week, everyone, by the way.
Oh, do we
That's
have
on.
the guy?
We don't have the guy. I
Fuck.
have what he sent me. I don't think he wants to have his voice out there.
Well, I mean, we've got like we're trying to get cool fucking guest lineup for the bonuses. That way, I can suck that $1 out a month out of you. For those of you that do pay the $1 a month, thank you very much. And also, I'm sorry that once again this week was not very funny. It
I
was
thought it was good.
It was weird political bullshit, and then raisins, and then it devolved into aliens again.
I surely they like this, right?
Last week's episode didn't do shit.
Well, that was a backup episode. I don't even know what
When
we talked about.
we were excited about the show and in our prime. Yeah, it did bad.
Yeah.
I was talking about Kanye's titanium teeth. I did, by the way, get my Yeezy pods just for any future episodes. I did finally get my Yeezy pods. I do have them. They are just socks, but I like them, and I wore them to a rave the other day.
They're probably very comfy.
Super comfortable. Super comfortable.
I thought that this was fine. You know, we didn't. We need like some sort of intern or producer that will just smack us. You know, like just post in the chat like, hey, get on topic, or like, hey, we've got 5 minutes left, and things like that.
Will,
right?
if somebody ever tells me on my motherfucking show to get on topic, I'm gonna end up in legal trouble because I'm gonna be like, well, I'm gonna fucking post your address now, Todd. It's not gonna work.
This is why we can't do anything nice.
I do nice things.
Okay, you're doing a good job. So we're gonna talk about flat Earth because I did get like a good little manifesto from a guy about flat Earth.
Why do you think they call it a manifesto instead of a lady festo?
Because
only dudes can do it. Also, I watched the movie Ted K. I've been trying to watch more movies lately, like to get off of like short content, brain manipulation.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, most movies are bad. But I watched Ted K. recently. That's a boring piece of shit movie. That sucks. It's just a guy being mad at machinery near his house. Like that's all.
It's just like going outside and shouting about leaf blowers. Like, what do you mean?
No, literally, he's just mad about logging companies, and they don't really explain it outside of him like shooting a shotgun at helicopters and jets and crap like that. And then I guess they just, obviously they catch him. That movie sucks dick. It's not very good.
Terrible.
You know what movie was decent though, even though it's kind of propaganda, but I'd call it a watch. Is Civil War.
Okay.
That came out rather recently. I think it was like last year or something like that. Decent. It's got Kristen Diaz in it, and it's not bad. The CGI in it's terrible, but it's honestly not bad. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a decent fucking movie. Don't watch Late Night with the Devil. Been looking forward to that one forever. Watched it. Piece of shit, even for an indie horror flick. That's Bryden's movie review.
I've mostly just watched Korean shows. I'm real mad at Korea right now.
Yeah, so's the US.
They have these premises that seem really cool, and for like the first 6 episodes, it's a great show, and then the show falls away. And it's literally the same thing that happens in every single one of them happens for the last bigger chunk of the show, basically. Like the whole like setup they had. Like, okay, so I was watching one, and it's this woman is a producer for a supernatural investigation show, right?
Dream job.
For the first like maybe half of the season max, and they only do like one season. They never do like 2 seasons there, I guess. I don't know.
Like
and
England.
16 episodes, right? What?
Like England.
Like England. That's not.
They only do
What do you mean, like England?
The BBC, they'll do like 1 to 2 fucking seasons, and then they're done. They don't do like 80 seasons like America.
Have you heard of Doctor Who?
That's different. That's not. It's an outlier entirely.
That's not
you don't know
true,
what you.
That's not.
The
I
Office,
used to watch a lot of British
1 season.
TV.
You're completely wrong.
No, I'm not.
Dude.
That's absolutely false.
Okay, maybe it's just for sitcoms then. I don't know.
Maybe it is, but there's a shit ton of American stuff that doesn't get picked up again after one or two seasons too.
Yeah, it gets canceled. They'd love to run that shit into the ground like Cheers.
But okay, but in Korea they do one season, 16 episodes, done, right? The first half is cool because she's like, yeah, there's like a love story going on here with this nine-tailed fox dude. Okay, that's fine. But like the cool parts is she's investigating this murder mystery, and then there's like ghost children trying to make her jump off a building and die because they were like raped and fell off a balcony or something. But there's like horror themes, right? There's
Okay.
horror stuff going
I
on
like
because she's
horror.
doing a supernatural investigation TV show. My dream job. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Because she's trying to find her parents and all this. And then you get like halfway through this series and suddenly all of that's gone. She never does another episode of her show again. There's never another horror plot again. The guy, the fox guy, when he fought, his eyes would light up because he's like a deity, fox god or whatever. That never happens again. After halfway through the season, he
Was
fights, but his eyes never light up again. And also, he barely even fights after that. They're like arguing with the bad guy. The bad guy's like, oh, I'm going to kill everyone with a plague. And he's just like, oh, yeah, I got your scale. But it's like, where's the kick butt stuff? Where did that go? Right?
was this during the right? I mean, I thought it was just Hollywood. Was this during the fucking writer's strike back in like 2000 and
This was in
fucking eight?
2020. This was in 2020
Maybe they had a writer's
that this
strike in
came out.
2020 for
No,
the.
this is all of them. I swear this is all of their shows that have any sort of like romantic element at all. Halfway through, every single thing about the setting, the plot is gone. It's the same exact second half of love story as every other show. The guy's gonna die to sacrifice himself for her, and in the last episode, she's gonna be crying the whole time until the last 10 minutes where he comes back to life and is human now. Happens every single time, and there's nothing interesting happening after the first half. I'm angry.
It kind of sounds like our podcast.
I'm
There's
angry.
nothing interesting happening after the first half.
It's not anything interesting in the first half either. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best, everyone. And like,
I'm not trying my best. I'm kind of half-assing it, to be
yeah,
honest.
he's intentionally doing this to all of you, and I'm trying to keep us on track. And it's very difficult, and I'm failing because
You
I'm a
get
good
worked.
sport.
You get worked
And I'm
up.
going with the flow.
You just
I
get worked
do
up.
get worked up.
I
See,
just
that's
get.
what you do, isn't it? You're just the whole time. You're like, if I say this combination of words, it will drive her further away from what she's trying to accomplish.
We gotta figure it out.
We're out of time for today, everyone. Go to patreon.com/here to help podcast to hear about Flat Earth and whatever else we want to talk about. We are looking for.
I'm gonna talk about my fat girth. Wiener.
Because he's fat. No, he's talking about his belly.
Wiener.
His DJ Beer Belly.
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
I had like salad for 2 days in a row.
Oh,
I kind of
I'm
liked it.
proud of you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for derailing my outro. Also, in addition to the intro and the beginning of the show and the middle of the show and the toward the end. And
ladies.
I'm trying real hard at this point. I think I'm losing my voice from being upset somehow.
Now, ladies, you'll never be upset with me, the old
Where was I?
bride dog.
Cults. That's what I wanted to talk about before I got derailed again. We were looking for people that have been in cults, and I think we're looking
Derailed?
for like
B-rail.
anyway, not like Pentecostals or free birthers.
Seventh-day
Right.
Adventists.
Yeah, we got one
Mormons?
of like cults. Cults. We
Yeah.
want a charismatic leader. We want weird stuff. Right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
want,
Stuff
you're
like
not allowed to leave.
candles and like maybe like a skull.
Yeah, that would be cool, but we don't even. Okay, so a mystery religion would be even more fascinating than the charismatic leader cults, but I don't know that we could ever find someone willing to talk about that.
It's fucking I mean, this all came from, like, if you were ever slightly interested in Scientology, like that type of thing. Those guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
listen. If you were in a cult, okay?
Yeah. So if this applies to you, get in touch. I'm trying to find the best people
I thought we
for
already
these
had
kind of
it.
topics.
I thought we already had a good one.
We do. I just want more options, and we can do multiple episodes on things, and it'll be fun. Okay? It'll be great. This is for the bonus episodes. Patreon.com/Here to Help podcast, released every Monday. We appreciate you very much. Follow me on Twitter at OctoAbby and send me more Dear Abbies. Bryden, do you have any plugs?
Yeah, on Tuesdays, I'm going to start releasing the Here to Help podcast. And it's just going to be me shirtless.
We need to have a guest on soon to just break this up somehow. Like, I hope you do that. I hope you do that, actually, so that everyone can see what a grotesque,
Yeah.
disgusting worm you look like.
Oh, man, dude, worms aren't fat.
Like
I
a slug.
just got a big ass fucking gut, dude.
Yeah.
Worms
Looks
aren't
like
like
a
that.
snail if the shell was on his stomach.
Yes. See, that's accurate.
That's what he looks like.
That's accurate. I think that's accurate. Listen, no shame in the game. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. You live and you die. A man lives and he dies.
It's true. So true. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and have a great week, secure in the knowledge that we are with you and we're the only ones you can trust are here to help. That's it. That's done. You can stop now.
No, no, I'm really slow because I'm a snail, Abby. I'm really slow to press the end button because I'm a snail.